I'm just wondering, what is the future for UKIP? I mean, of course, we've got local elections coming up across the UK and different, council elections and down here in Wales and Scotland and other places. But I wonder nationally now, what is the picture for UKIP? What are they seeking to do right now?
Well, first, let me just address the issue with Mr. Hamilton, which, as you say, great deal of unfairness from the media. We've got to get one thing clear. Helping yourself as a nation isn't hurting anyone else. But when you help those from other nations, whilst homeless veterans are freezing in the cold, homelessness is going to skyrocket because of idiotic lockdown policies where people aren't allowed to work or run their businesses. People aren't going to be able to pay their mortgages and their rents. Britain can't be the holding tank, the welcome center for everyone in the world, any more than any other country can. Singapore, a country I admire very much, it's a country with very strict migration policies, because if they hadn't, that small island would be filled with just about everyone from all of the substantially poorer countries around it. It's a nation's responsibility to look after itself, not to wish anyone else ill, but it's not the responsibility of one nation to look after another, any more than it's the responsibility of you to be compelled to help a neighbor. If you want to, I think that's a very good thing, but it's not for the government to spend the resources they take from us to help people who are coming in illegally, doing illegal things, and in many cases they come with the intention to do harm of various degrees. And now, getting to UKIP and the local elections, UKIP want to end devolution. This is going to be very important in Wales in particular. And in London, we've now got someone called Dr. Peter Gammons, who's running for the mayor of London. It's an office I want to abolish, but much as UKIP MEPs sat in the European Parliament, which I think the world, not just Britain, but the entire world would be better without, the same principle applies. Until you can get rid of a political office or a political institution one doesn't want, need, or like, one's got to do the best one can to get their voice heard. He's a very interesting man, and I think it's brilliant how for the last 4 years, anyone who supports Brexit has been called a gammon. I quite like gammon; it tastes great. I'm not going down the Boris Johnson, Kerry Simons vegetarian kebab route. But in any case, I think it's brilliant that he's turned that into something positive. You've got to roll with these things. So I think it's going to be very interesting to hear from him, to hear from Neil Hamilton in Wales. And overall, though, I think until the next general election, listen to the policies. If you're poorer than you were last year, think about UKIP. If you're less free than you were last year, think about UKIP. If you want the party that originated Brexit, that's also UKIP. And I would even say this, if you are a Remainer but care about civil liberties, care about your right to express yourself, you should also think about UKIP, because even though now the people that are in power, no matter what they say, they're Europhiles, once you slip into this mode of government through diktat rather than by parliamentary law, once you get into the iron fist rather than the ballot box, the pendulum could swing. And I stand for the free speech of everyone. So if you accept that Brexit as an electoral issue is settled, and in that sense it certainly is, the details are certainly not settled, join UKIP too. At least think about UKIP.
Well, I think you've done a good job of giving your party political broadcast. That's brilliant. No, that's fine. Absolutely fine.